welcome to Harnaam Kaur's PCOS Wellness Retreat. Hi everyone, I am so sorry to have to cut your conversation. I honestly did not expect so many people to come. I am absolutely just humbled, and I hope it adds as much value to you and your journeys with PCOS, or just your journeys with your body. I was raised in a loving Punjabi family. My life for me started changing when I hit puberty. But the one thing I didn't understand is all this bodily hair that I was getting. Me, a woman, bodily hair, there was such a mismatch there. Because I remember I used to look at my teachers and they didn't have that. Even the other girls in my class that were the same age as me, it's like, hold on a second, if I'm going through puberty and you're the same age as me, how come you're not you're not looking like me? Well, first of all, they're white and you're brown. But it was that hair thing, like why is it that I'm gaining so much weight? And there were so many whys that I had as a young girl. I actually didn't realise that bodily hair was an issue until I started being bullied for it. And then this light bulb moment happened where it was like, oh shit, it's not actually normal for you to have this much bodily hair. Like, it doesn't make sense. It brought me down. I had no self-esteem. I was a quiet girl anyway. Now I'm looking in the mirror telling myself that I'm not enough. I've gone through years of trying to conform. I've gone through years of, bullying and shaving, tweezing, waxing, trying my very best to just look the part so that I'm not being bullied. Pick your head up, push your shoulders back, and walk like you're meant to be here. We've got no reason to walk like this. We've got no reason to feel like we're inadequate. We've got no reason to feel like we don't belong. How dare we do that to ourselves? I decided, you know what, you've lived by, changing yourself and trying to change the way that your body's forming. Why don't you actually try living with it? Because you ain't done that yet. I went to various ultrasound scans and blood tests were done, and the doctor was like, oh, you've got polycystic ovary syndrome. I dare anyone to say that 5 times without stuttering. So here we have lovely Helen Mason. Any PCOS questions? Helen is the person, the right person to ask.
It's not happy news, there's no doubt about it. And I think the more you realise what it's doing to you, the more you think, God's sake, why me? Where's this come from? Why did I get it? So what is PCO? Where does it come from? What's PCO, PCOS? What does it all mean? It's almost certainly an inherited condition, and believe it or not, you can get it from your father or your mother. People have been trying to track the genes that cause PCO, and particularly in China, where everyone who goes into the hospital has DNA taken. They don't bother with ethical approval, none of that matters. They've got millions of people with PCO, and they've been looking at their genes to try and find which are the genes that cause PCO, then maybe we'll have some better treatments. Unfortunately, the story is really complicated. It almost looks like PCO has arisen separately in separate populations. And the genes that are coming up in China are not the ones in Europe, and they're not the ones in America. And the genes that come up don't make any sense. They are weird genes, and you're like, what? The actual condition that you're born with, and you are born with it, yeah, definitely is genetic.
I thought I was dying of a rare disease. Honestly, no one told me about it. It wasn't, I'm sure we can all connect on this. The doctors didn't have much information. The nurse at my school gave me a pamphlet and said, oh, this is what it is. You have a hormonal imbalance. Hormones, what are they? Because we don't talk about hormones. It's the reason why, you've got androgens, excess androgens in your body and a high level of testosterone, so you're able to grow a beard. I'm like, oh, that's when I got my answer. You've got a beard because you've got more androgens in your body. Now I walk around like, do you want some testosterone? To the men in the gym, do you want to do, I've got it in buckets apparently. So I finally had my answer. So then I found my, again, the reasons why I look like this, because I was searching for ages. Doctors didn't really help. The nurse at the school did. I remember starting sixth form now, and I felt so great about myself because I was like, I'm going to go in, I've got this new appearance, I've grown my beard out, and this is who I am. I'm proud, I feel free, I feel good. I went in on such an amazing like confidence boost, like, yo, this is, you know, again, shoulders back, head up, like, not even look at me in the sense of, you know, ego or anything like that, but look at me like, yo, I am proud. The way that bullying came, I was dropped. We're gonna mock something that's natural, but it's funny though, because we look at Instagram, there's so much falseness there. But the one thing that's natural, and I always say to people, like, my body tends to grow hair like this earth grows flowers, and that's a very beautiful sort of imagery for me to sort of walk around with. Before it was, oh, woe is me, you know, oh, this is the mentality that I had. Woe is me because, oh, little old bearded me is getting bullied. Bitch, you better be strong. There's no other thing that you can do but be strong. This world is not ready for you, but this world doesn't need to cater to you, Harnaam. You look a certain way. Sometimes we have to take accountability. I mean, not that it's right what they do to us. Of course not. Of course it's not right. It's not right to ever be horrible to people. But Harnaam, if you look different and you want to be the niche, then girl, you better be ready for everything that this world gives you. So there's one journalist decided that she found my outlook on life very interesting. So she done like this article, and that article went absolutely viral. Like Glamour, Cosmo, Grazia, like they were all like sharing it, and I thought to myself, like, what on earth is happening? Like, I've got so many women, so many people with PCOS telling me how, you know, they've gone through bullying and what their body's like, and they're struggling with it, and you know, it's so great that you're out there in the open speaking openly about what you've gone through. And I thought to myself, Harnaam, if you stop talking, and it didn't sit well with me to keep quiet, because I was like, yo, this is your drive now, this is where you're going to get all your energy from. It's because this is what you were supposed to do. This right here was your purpose. If you stop now, you'll do yourself an injustice, you'll do society an injustice. And you know, the people that are struggling like you, they are probably not as confident as you, girl. Trust me, it took ages to build this confidence up. It didn't just come like that. I had to be beaten, I had to be put on the floor and kicked and punched. I had to, you know, break down over and over again and pick myself up over and over again. Fuck's sakes, and I still do it. Till this day, I am 32 years old and I dare myself to hit rock bottom because, yo, I've been doing it since I was a teen. That's it. I dare you to hit rock bottom and build yourself up over and over again, but do it in a way that benefits you. But you're looking back in a positive way, like, yo, look how far I've come. Not looking back in a way of, oh, woe is me and oh shit. You're looking at yourself like, yo, I've actually done pretty decent.